we got Patreon Q&A topic. This is a bonus. It's a bonus for you guys.
Hungry.
So you're getting the hunger. We'll go for Thursday. It's Taco Thursday too.
Fucking hungry.
Taco Thursday. So this was one out on the Patreon. Ian, how did you get to our Patreon? I know you're hungry. You might be able to figure this out.
www.patreon.com/CU podcast.
Maybe the key is to keep food from you and reward you with food when you get it correct. That could be the key. It could be the key. So we have our Patreon poll here. So this one, actually there are three close ones. So we had complaints about YouTubers raising prices with hidden gem and other vids. Retro game loot crates, can they work? Can they work? And what constitutes a complete video game? So winning with 44% is complaints about YouTubers raising prices with hidden gem and other vids. Ian, what do you think about complaints about YouTubers raising prices with hidden gem and other vids?
So, this touches on a recent question we were asked, and also some things in the past. I remember when Sky Kid jumped up in price a little bit because
which we spoke about at the time. I think
we did, because Mike Matei,
James and Mike Monday,
James Rolfe played it on the Mike and James Mondays, and it saw a short surge in price.
We're talking about a fairly common game.
Yep.
That got featured and probably seen by a couple 100,000 people on YouTube, and the price went up to, like, what was it, $25, $30? $25,
$30.
Used to be a $5 game.
Yep. Another example is, Pat and I, we joke about it, but I mean, the price of Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat did go up a little bit. That did not used to be an expensive game. It used to be about $7.99. It's probably what, like $20, $25 now?
20? 24 buy it now.
24 buy
I think it was a $10 game for a while, or $8 game.
I don't think we're 100% behind that.
No, we're not 100%. But I think it might have nudged it a little bit.
Yeah, certainly at conventions we're at, people try to find it.
I have signed multiple ones at conventions where I know they bought every one they saw.
Yeah.
So that's.
And recently, our friend Jason Metal Jesus Rocks got some shade thrown at him for doing a hidden gems video on NES, or maybe it wasn't NES games. It was video games though, and some people saw the prices of some of those games rise up, and people have complained about this sort of thing before. And honestly, it's fucking stupid. This is the job of the people who make these videos, to produce content, to point out games, to expose you to things that you want to play or to watch. It's only natural for the price of a game that is talked about to go up if it does its job. If it's truly a hidden gem, actually hidden, and they're doing a video that's worthwhile and lives up to the title, then people are going to seek it out because they've never heard of it, and the price of that game may actually go up. The other thing is the effect of these videos on those prices is often a bit overstated. Yes, it does affect it, but these games were often a little bit more expensive to begin with. The hidden games are generally rarer, cost a little bit more, and I think when people go to look for them, they seem to remember a price that from a longer time ago that it was no longer relevant anyways.
And sometimes they come back down. I mean, Sky Kid's $10. Looks like you can get it for now.
Yeah, all you have to do is wait a few months, and the prices go back down.
This is what I'm going to say. YouTubers, if you want to put me in the category, other people, James, Mike, Metal Jesus, whoever else out there, happy video game nerd, normal gaming historian, whoever else, and other shows, video game news, you cannot
have a cake and eat it too.
Yes, you can't. You can't go online and want to be entertained by video game and retro gaming topics and have people be either entertained and or educated on topics and not expecting there to be side effects to knowledge being proliferated to the public.
Right.
Knowledge about a game that maybe you and your friend might have known about, but now that thousands of other people might know about, do you want it? Do you want the content or not? You can't exist in a vacuum of having content be created for older shit that people don't know about because they might not have been alive for it or know it existed, and now are now distraught that exists, that medium exists, that you're entertained by and you watch, and now people get knowledge from in order to go out and maybe seek out some of these gems, so to speak. Like I don't get the outrage. I just don't.
It's just people being upset because they want something and they didn't get it the way they wanted. It's like if stupid example, but okay, let's say the NES Classic Mini comes out, this summer on launch day, and a whole bunch of them show up at Target, and I tell my friends, and 9 of my 10 friends get there and get one, and they're happy, and one friend doesn't get it, and they're like, well, why did you tell everyone else?
Sure.
Well, because if I hadn't told anyone, no one would have known about all these being here, and no one would have gotten them. And now I told you, but you're the one who missed out. Like, it's knowledge comes with a risk.
This is what I want to say. Unless there's some sort of weird fucking retro insider trading going on, where like the people that knew about these hidden gem videos went out and bought multiple copies to corner the market because they knew it was going. Like if I had known that Sky Kid was going to be featured on James and Mike Monday, and the week before I bought like whatever, all you need to do is buy like 50 copies on eBay and deplete the supply. And then go back and resell them and make all that money. Then you have an ethical problem, something that's like some sort of insider trading that you have to take care of. But I haven't seen any evidence of that. I hope I'm not giving anyone ideas.
I was gonna say, why are you even bringing this up? Because
I think of these things because I have a sick mind, a twisted mind. We encounter these people out in the world. But that sort of shit's not happening. So let's just say the video comes out and you see the video. You probably still have a good like 5 days to buy it still. Like, if you're really concerned about the price shooting up.
Yeah,
because it's not like the sellers are going to take all the games down and put them back up. I haven't seen that. There's probably some assholes that do that.
Yeah.
But
if you catch a video the day after, you're like, oh, that looks good, just go buy it.
Then buy it. And maybe spend a little more on buy it now to make sure you have it. If you're that dead set in getting it. But here's the counterpoint to it. That people like Jason or James or myself, if we get heat for raising prices, if you own those games originally and those prices go up because of the knowledge, who's complaining about that?
Right. They only complain when it doesn't benefit them.
For all the people that have bitched about me, about things that I've done wrong, or about, well, you've done this, or blah, 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 or this game, and it's just like, okay, I'm not the person responsible, but I'm part of a community that is responsible, in part, for retro games being more known than they would have been in the past, and therefore prices have probably gone up a part of that. Are you giving some of us credit for that if you're going to be shitting on us for us making the games worth more so I can't buy them? No, you're not. I don't want fucking credit, but it also means you shouldn't give people shit like Jason for doing these videos. It's idiotic.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid. And helping Ian make more money at Luna Video Games besides that. But yes, without the YouTube world, and that's one of the things I say whenever people ask me in interviews, YouTube is definitely one of the parts responsible for retro gaming being as big as it is now, for disseminating that knowledge out in a visual and moving form more easier than you could ever have done without YouTube. There's no way retro gaming would be as big as it is now without YouTube. No way in hell. No way.